Hey there. So let's talk about confidence. And let's also talk about your inner resources. One of the most palpable emotions is self doubt. And we'll give ourselves all the reasons in the world not to go towards the thing that we said we wanted most. So, one of the exercises that I often have my clients do is creating an I am list. And sometimes this is easy for some people who are a little further advanced, and sometimes it's really hard for people that are just coming awake to their true greatness, right? So the I am list is I am, and then list an attribute. I am kind, I am wonderful, I am amazing, I am easygoing, I am fun, I am, and you just like start to expound. The goal is to actually get somewhere around 100 attributes that you could actually own. You're like, yes, that is me. Even if it's slightly developed. Yes, that's me. And that's a list of resources that you have that can actually dispel self-doubt. Pretty cool. But if that list is hard for you to make, then you are holding on to an awful lot of unforgiveness in you. You're like, yeah, I'd say I'm patient, but I yelled at the kids. And if that's happening, you're limiting yourself because you actually are a patient person. And you could probably come up with a lot of examples of how you've been patient. So putting this I am list together is very, very important for you to realize that how the degree to which you are utilizing your inner resources or finding reasons not to use the resources you've been given. It's pretty interesting, and it gives you a lot of insight into where you are in your personal development. And if you're just waking up to your personal greatness, because we're all amazing and great, then you'll find yourself a little stuck after about 6 things or maybe 10. You'll be like, I can't think of anything else, which is absolutely not the case, meaning you did not exhaust the list of awesomeness that you are. You are actually so much bigger and better than that. It's just that your belief system or the conditioning you received as a child is just keeping that from you. It's like your blind spot. It's like you've got blinders on and all you can see are the 6 or the 10 things you can list, and everything else out there is wide open, ready for you to grab hold of and use it as an inner resource to give you the confidence to be, do, and have anything you set your mind to. And in this day and age, we hear the word manifestation a lot, and that's all good and fine, but manifesting is aligning with your true attributes, your true self. So if you want to be kind, then what does a kind person do? They just chill, relax, be easy. They don't control, they don't manipulate, they don't try and change other people or the outcomes. They're just letting life unfold. That's what a kind person does. They don't hold space for somebody else's emotional reaction because it's not your job to do that. A kind person doesn't allow somebody else's emotional outcome to control how they feel about themselves. Does that make sense? So when you actually tap into your true confidence is because you're disallowing limitations about who you are and what you stand for, and you're allowing all the good stuff to be there. All of it. Over 100 things. If you're limitless and your attributes and goodness is what's the word? Not exhaustible, then you are able to break free of the limiting beliefs, because sometimes when you start out those I am lists, it's like, I am tired, I am exhausted, I am overwhelmed, I am frustrated, it's like, no. An I am list is just those good things in you that are resources that you can call on and lean into because it's who you are. It's not what you have to do. It's not how you have to present yourself and hope other people believe about you. Who cares what they believe about you? Your confidence is only going to come from your belief system about you. And so all the good things in you, about you, those are the resources that give you confidence to do whatever you said you wanted to do, or be whoever you wanted to be, or have whatever you wanted to have. Suddenly it's manifesting because you're actually lining up your desires and who you are with what you want. So if you are full of inner resources and all the good stuff, then you could throw self-doubt out the window. You'd be like, no, that's not who I am. That's not what I want. Why would I trust self-doubt over trusting all the inner resources that I have? It really does answer the question, who am I and what do I want? It really, really does. If you'll do this exercise, and I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear your outcomes. Whether it was easy or it was hard, you made a long list or your list was short, you found yourself saying the negative things, not the positive things. Like, we all go through this process, and it just is whether you're allowing the process to be easy or hard. And if we learn to do hard things in our childhood because we're getting our work ethic confused with working hard at feeling good about ourselves, because they're not the same thing, right? Putting in a good day's effort is not the same thing as working hard at loving yourself. So if that portion of that comes to light for you, it's good to talk about it. It's good to say, you know what? Beats me. I couldn't even start my I am list, right? Back in the day, I could not have even started an I am list. I would not have allowed myself to believe anything good because of the conditioning I received as a child. Not all of it, some of it, but I was still disallowing it because I was being a martyr. I was being a victim. I was playing the hard cards, right? But as soon as I got out of my own way and I was like, listen, this doesn't have to be hard because I'm not hard. I'm easy. I'm an easygoing, fun-loving girl. And so if that's the case, then it should be easy to make an I am list. And I was eventually able to do that. So you might already be further along. You're like, I could do that. And you get to about 50 and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can think of 100. But trust me, you are more than 100. You are more than 100 good attributes that you can call on to be an inner resource for your full confidence. But full confidence requires you getting out of the way and becoming the person that you were meant to be. But you got to get rid of the old stories. You got to get rid of the old belief systems, and you got to get out of the way of feeling limited. Confidence is not limited. So you can be as confident as you want to be, but it might take some effort at first to learn where you're stopping yourself, how you're getting in your way. Hardest person on the planet to see is you. So getting out of your own way is going to open up the doors to everything you've ever wanted in full confidence that you are right on track and you are who you were meant to be at this point, and your progression will never end. We'll never get it done in this life. You're here to grow, and you're not just here to grow, you're here to enjoy your growth. So it just depends on whether you're ready to feel as confident as you can. So I hope if you're on that path that you do this exercise, create an I am list, see how hard or how easy it is. That's going to be a big indication on whether or not you're on your way to full confidence. And if it's easy, keep making that list. Make it as big and long as you can, and let me know how it goes. If you need more information, you can always visit my website at teresaford.life. And we'll talk soon. Thanks.